I should have got us the sound effect for tonight. We're back.
Ooh, we
Hi,
are. Oh my
everybody.
goodness.
Good evening
Wow,
and welcome
it's good
to
to see
Candidly
you.
Crystal. Yeah, good to see you too. I love those earrings. They are. What are they? Let me see them closer. They look so
My pom-poms.
fluffy. Yes. Oh,
I
I
know.
like
They
them.
are. They're very light. It's like a lot of bang for your buck. That's why I like them too.
They're fun. They look
Yes.
fun.
You got the hoops.
So
You got the hoops
I
going,
know.
girl.
Always. The bigger the hoops, the bigger the
Yes.
attitude. I know a lot of people say something else, but I'm going to say the bigger the hoop.
I love it.
Break off, but here we are. I'm Crystal Pino. We are back,
And I'm
we got a great show for you tonight. Nope, go ahead.
Yes, we do. I know. I was saying I'm trying to like talk and tag my photo on Instagram at the same time. I'm so professional. We have a really, really wonderful guest tonight. We have the entire cast of SAPAC's Forever Plaid, that is Southern Arizona Performing Arts company. And we're so excited because they're going to be singing in 4-part harmony. They're going to tell us about the show that's opening this weekend. In like 2 days, they open. So the fact that they're taking time out to be here with all of us tonight is wonderful. So we are very glad to have those fellas on in just a little bit.
So excited. And, Crystal, I don't know if you still did the wind down word of the day last week, even if we didn't have the show. I'm hoping that everybody still had their wine.
I had so much wine because I should save this, but I can't. We had a hot tub jacuzzi sunset party. I know I said hot tub and jacuzzi and they're the same thing, but I like how it sounds.
Yes.
And we had dinner in our hot tub. And so we had my mom over, we had my sibling over and their wife, and we made all these finger foods and put like a table right beside, and like I dressed it, with a tablecloth.
Yes.
Wine on ice and all this stuff. And we just like had bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers and goat cheese stuffed mushrooms and like fresh fruit and grilled vegetables, and just in the jacuzzi for hours. It was the best. So that's where I did my wind down time, because I drank a lot of wine at sunset that day.
Kind of hoping you were also playing I'm So Fancy, because all that stuff you're eating.
You were ready. You know it. My neighbors are probably like, ugh.
Here she goes again.
We were very loud for a long time. So what about you? Did you drink wine?
Oh yeah, always. Wednesdays, whether we're with the wind down word or not, you just have to have wine on a Wednesday. So hi, Jackie on Facebook said, good evening, ladies. I'm also watching you on Twitch. So she's watching us double, Twitch and Facebook. I love that.
Which do we look better on, Jackie? Facebook or Twitch? That's what I want to know.
Both.
Yeah.
So, exactly. So should we figure this out, this wind down word of the night, my dear?
I mean, let's see. It's springtime. I feel like things are looking up. People are getting vaccinated.
Yay for science.
Yay for science. I was on a Zoom call the other day with the praise band from the church where I work, and like half of them had been vaccinated. So I'm like, yay, that's great.
That is great.
So Christine Everett thinks we should do rock.
Okay.
I want to rock with you all night.
Dancing till, see that it's always better when Crystal sings it.
No, you sound great. You sell yourself short. Every time you sing, I'm like, okay, Pino. Okay.
Like this?
Me. Yes. You got to get the stank face. And remember, what did Brandon say? That if you squint one eye, then you can get the high note. Mm-hmm.
Can you do both lips? I want everybody who's watching try. Can you do both? Can you do both on? I can only do one.
I can. I like that.
I can only do one.
Can you do both eyebrows? Check this out.
No, only one. My husband used to do both of them, and they used to call him the Rock in high school because he can do both. I can wiggle my ears.
Ooh. There you go.
Can you
I can wiggle my boobs.
my hoops moving.
But I won't do that. I can make
I can't do like the pecs.
Can you?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Fun fact, everybody, that's going to be on the quiz later today. Our special side trick, Crystal and I can do.
What can we wiggle?
Listen, if we ever take the show on the road, we already know what we're opening with.
Dun, 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 dun. See, I'm doing it, but it's below the camera. Look at that. Is not my hands. That is not my hands. Look at hands.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much. That's a highlight clip for the week.
Dun, 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 dun. We just need to make a boomerang where both of us are just doing that.
True. I'm down.
Yeah. Oh, boobs. Hey. For the wind down word, Jackie says, you can't go wrong with boobs. Who doesn't like boobs? Like my gay friends, they're like, everybody loves boobs. I'm like, you are right.
Nature's pockets is what I like to call them. Nature's pockets. That's what I refer to mine as, because when I don't have pockets, I got those. I'm good.
Yeah. You're good to go. You can hide a bunch of stuff in there. Christine agrees that boobs is great. Yes.
Ladies. Wow. Rock, boobs. What about
Rockin' boobs. How about that? Let's just put them together.
Yes. I'll have a phrase today. The wind down phrase of the night.
But do they look bigger on Twitch is the real question,
That was
Jackie.
the question that she wanted to know.
Yeah, that's I hear my mom cracking up in the other room because I am still at my mom's house. This is week 2 of doing Candidly Crystal. I decorated a little different, right? I stole some blankets and stuff from the other couch in the living room because I found out that my internet in my area the infrastructure is too old. It's just too old. So it won't be updated till the end of April. So I'm hanging out at my mom's house for 2 months, teaching all my lessons here, doing the show from here. And like, it's kind of the best because like, as we were getting ready and doing the sound check for the show, all of a sudden my wine glass was just magically refilled. And there was a nice shot here waiting for me and just water. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Sounds to me like the twins could learn a little bit from Mama Christine.
Yeah, because they're usually gaming. I mean, and sometimes they try to pop on Twitch and say something to us during the show. But I feel so taken care of here at my mama's house. So
you know what? We usually do this behind the scenes because it's like our tradition. But since you just showed it,
we do.
Well, why don't we just go ahead?
Hey, cheers to the middle of the week, everybody. Happy Hump Day.
Episode 23. Happy Hump Day. Our wind down word of the day might be boobs.
It might be. Those are humps. Now, don't make a face. Trying to keep it.
We usually do that before the show. It's kind of like our tradition. Mm-hmm. So you guys just got a couple inside things with Crystal and I today. Yeah, and I realized we didn't do it because we were both so busy before the show actually started.
We were, but we had them. We were ready. And
all
like,
right,
that's why.
Wind down word to science.
What?
Science, boobs, rock.
Science. It's science. I know. But you have to say it with the lisp.
It's science.
It's science. Yes. Dun, 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 science. I don't really know how that song goes, but something like that. This is what happens when we take the shot.
Oh, true. All right. So while we're thinking about that, I want to make sure that I welcome and thank everybody that's watching the rebroadcast of the show. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate you for coming back and checking us out. Please feel free to still leave comments and participate throughout the entire show, even with your wind down word, because we could use it for next week too. And while you're at it, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch. That's where you can find us every single Wednesday. Did you know, though, Crystal, 7:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, that ends for us this weekend.
Yes, now it's just Pacific Standard Time because we'll be on the same time.
Which I just want to put a memo out to the rest of the country. I know you hate daylight savings time. We're only interrupted when you have it here in Arizona, okay? Because every other time, we're fine here in AZ. We stay put. We don't move. Everybody moves around us, and that's what inconveniences us here.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you inconvenience us? Just stay put. Okay. Calm it down, everyone else. Because we need to just stay the same. But I will say that, our sun sets at like 5:30 in the winter, 5, and then it sets at like 8 in the summer. Yeah. So we do swing pretty hard with our sunset. And so it might be kind of nice to like save some of that daylight. I'm like, okay, like I see why they do it, but it helps me to know what time of year I'm in. Like I looked outside the window today and I'm like, ooh, it is spring. Cause like by this time of the day, if the light looks like that, I know what season I'm in. And I think I would be thrown off with daylight saving. I'd be like, what is happening? Like I wouldn't know what was going on. So I'm happy the way we have it.
My first summer here, I was tripped out when at one point the sun was going down and I looked at my watch and it was like 8:40 something. And I was like, it's almost 9 o'clock and the sun is not even complete. Like I was just blown away from that because in Colorado, we have daylight savings time and our sun will go down late too, but not that late. Like, yeah, that was like, whoa, kind of like, are you sure? Is this broken? Yeah. Is it really 7?
Exactly. But I love it. Like my favorite month is June because all the days are so long. And then June 21st is the longest day of the year. So I just, I love it. I'm so happy. And then after June 21st, I'm like, because I know every day is getting shorter.
Yep.
From then on. And
we're losing daylight, people. That's what it turns into after that, right?
Yeah. That's why when it's like, yes. And when it's December 21st, I'm like, yes. Every day is getting longer. Dun, 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 dun. And Bill's always like, here we go.
I just need everybody to know, if you are just tuning into Candidly Crystal, if this is the first time you've ever watched the show, that is Crystal in real life. She breaks into song probably 80% of the time in our conversations, and I love every minute of it. You don't get that with friends, okay? Find you a friend that can break down a conversation with a musical.
I'll break it down. See what
I mean?
I feel like that's just how it is. How do you not? But I feel like when I went to college, that was everybody because I was a music major. So yeah, I feel like I'm kind of tame compared to some of my friends. We need to get them on the show.
I know.
What am I doing?
All right. Well, let's see. What are we going to do? Wind down word. We got rock, boob, science.
We don't have a lot.
Other suggestions that we got. I think we should do.
We could do daylight.
We could do daylight. We can do time. Love AZ. Yes, Christine. How about, let's see. We got a group of 4 young men coming on the show. So I already want to
Maybe we shouldn't do boobs. Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
So why not rock?
Not fair.
Why don't we do rock?
I wanna rock with you all night.
And then on the other end, rock your body. Night
day, dance with me. Oh,
that's a good jam.
Or
right
Rocky
there.
Boobs. We'll throw that in for you, Christine.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that what she means?
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's gonna happen.
And I thought I was cool because I used to do that with my biceps. Dun, 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 dun. Did we just find a new segment for Candidly Crystal?
You know how I learned to do that? Because people were like, how do you do that? My brother used to do it to me because he was like into weightlifting in high school. And he would like do it in my face and I'd be so upset. Like, I'm going to learn to do it. So I sat in my room for a week like this. Move. It was like the scene from Kill Bill. Move your big toe. I was like, move your boob. And I sat in there. And then I moved one day and I was like, So my brother did it to me and I was like, check this out. Bump, 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 bump. And he was like, whoa. No.
Was it like slow motion?
Yeah. What did I do? Yeah. A week. Sat in my room. That's what happened.
Oh my gosh. I love that. That's great. That shows me how competitive you are. And I can appreciate that.
Yeah. With my brother for sure. Yes, Chelsea. It was International Women's Day on Monday, which is why we're doing so many boob dances for you tonight. Because women rock it.
Yes, they
right?
do.
So our wind down word is rock, and it can go towards so many different things.
All right. So the next time, starting now, you hear rock and that sound, you must take a drink of whatever beverage you have. You know, on Monday when it was International Women's Day, I gave like a funny tongue-in-cheek shout out to all my ladies, but I'm so serious about this. My shout out, my advice was, ladies, go buy a bra for International Women's Day. And I mean that so much because I swear to you, finding a good bra is like life-changing. It's like the confidence boost you need. It's like everything wrapped in one just to make you feel like a woman. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's me. I hadn't bought one in like years, and I finally got myself one, and I was like, that's what they're supposed to look like in pictures.
Were you walking around like, oh, like this? Does everybody notice?
I was like, oh, you guys want a picture? Hey, you guys want a picture? Huh?
It's
like, yeah.
Did you just feel like lighter, like you were floating?
I'm telling you, like there is a reason that women joke about them being at your belly button. It's because they should not be there, because they should, you know. And for me, nursing 3 babies, mine, it was inevitable that gravity was going to take over. So when I got that, I actually went, and of course I know it's like so cliche, I went to Victoria's Secret and got a really nice one that I hadn't gotten in a long time. But the girl, when I was finished, she's like, how'd it work out? I was like, that was amazing. I just want you to know.
You changed my life. Chelsea wants to know what bra you suggest.
Well, based off of what I just said, the dropping below where they should drop, I recommend the push-up. That makes me feel like a woman. Oh, yeah. 100%. Just saying.
You
and then now, with everything being in home and Zoom, like I invested in some decent sports bras, and I also feel like I could run a 5K every day if I wanted.
You can rollerblade so hard in your new sports bra.
This is me with my new one.
And if you fall this time, you're like, it's no big deal.
They bounce me back up. It's literally like...
Yes. We all need one of those. That sounds fantastic.
But shout out to all the amazing women that tune into our show every single Wednesday. If you have an amazing woman in your life, your wife, your daughter's niece, whatever it is, celebrate them every day, not just on International Women's Day. But ladies, Crystal and I, we love you. And we're going to build a team of strong women and take over the world. We meet at dawn tonight. No, I'm kidding. Joking.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're rocking.
Hey!
Thank you, ma'am.
Feels good.
That's what I do. So you went to Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah, and my kids actually want to go back because when we went out there, it had just snowed. And my kids like live for the snow. So they spent every single day in snowsuits outside. And this weekend, Colorado is set to get hit with another storm. This one is supposed to be worse. Like I was talking to my mom, and she said between like 18 and 24 inches they're supposed to get. So I'm like, so should we fly out before the storm? Is that what you're saying? Because the kids still are doing remote learning. With my job, I work from home. So I have the ability to sort of go and we can hang and travel and whatever. So see, Francine on Facebook, expecting spring storm this weekend. That's the crazy thing about Colorado. I know, Crystal, you're from Arizona. In Colorado, you can expect snow sometimes until the end of April. I've lived there, and we've gotten snow at the beginning of May one time. It's very, the weather there is very bipolar. It's like all over the place, snowing today. Yeah, Jordan on YouTube, Snowmageddon. Exactly. That's what they're calling it. But then like Tuesday or Wednesday, it'll be like 65 degrees and the snow will start to melt. And I joked about it with my family when I went there this last time, that only in Colorado do you see people walking around still with shorts and flip-flops on with like 5-6 inches of snow on the ground. They're just used to it. It's like we have flip-flops in our car.
Wow. I couldn't hang. I mean, in Arizona, we have hot and hotter. Like it's the same. We have all the sun, we have all the heat all the time. So I cannot imagine getting snow, I take that back because we had Easter in April one year because it switches between March and April and it snowed. So it did snow here in Tucson in April. And so it does happen, kind of a freak thing, but not as often as in Colorado. I can't even imagine because I'm trying to be cute on Easters. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing with Colorado. You had to really be cautious. Like Halloween, you never knew to get a cute Halloween costume or not because you probably were going to have to wear a jacket. It was going to be cold. And then
it's going to ruin it.
Like the snow, like I said, it can go till April or May. Then tornadoes will start to I'm not kidding. Like, that's what I'm telling you. The weather in Colorado is so all over the place.
Have you been in a tornado?
I have not had one actually like touch down by us, but we had one where the effects of the tornado, it was about a mile from us, but the hail just completely, it looked like somebody took I don't know, a semi-automatic machine gun. I don't know what to call them, whatever. And like shot up our house. That's how money. We had thousands of dollars of damage from hail because of a tornado. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's terrifying.
I know. Well, my sister's probably if my sister Jordan's still watching, she's probably laughing at me right now because I couldn't name that gun. Because I'm like, I
don't know it. It goes that gun that shoots things. Yeah. Boom, boom.
So hopefully we'll get to go back and the kids can enjoy a snowstorm again. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So sorry everyone that we weren't here last week. I blame myself. I was sick. But no, it was not COVID. Before you jump to conclusions, it was a sinus infection. Thank you very much. But it laid me out. I was just like, ugh, for the whole day. There's no way I could have drank with you all. I'd rather be here and be upright and able to drink and able to crack jokes and have a good time because last week was 0%. So thank you for being understanding for us having the week off because is no fun. No fun. And I mean, I got a strep test because I thought I had strep.
Yeah.
It was the worst strep test of my life. This woman came at me with this swab and they have to like swab your tonsils. And so she comes and I was like this, like I thought I was dying. I took her hand and I went, and I pushed it away. Because I felt like I was dying. And I was like, what's happening? How long do you need to do that? She's like, 10 seconds. I'm like, can we do 5 and 5? Can we get a break in between? Because this is too much to do all at the same time. So then she made me get against the wall so that I wouldn't like go away from her. So I'm like against the wall, like, and I made it through. And I was like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Usually I'm better. And she goes, no, at least you didn't kick me. And I was like,
she saw your arm like this. She saw you winding up.
I was like, if people are kicking you when you're giving them a strep test, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong.
Need a little bit of a timeout.
Mm-hmm. You need to up your technique because this is not okay.
Well, it makes me think about all the people that have to get the COVID test every single week in order to just
that's my
work.
Husband.
One of my girlfriends who's a makeup artist just posted about it the other day saying something like, my poor nose, I know it's for safety, but my poor nose when this is all said and done, I'm like, I can only imagine. If you're doing that every day and every week, it's like, that just makes my eyes water.
But I will say, I went and got a COVID test right after I got the strep test, and I was like this, who can say where the road leads? Like, it was like nothing. I was like, go ahead. After that horrendous strep test, I can handle anything.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. I'm traumatized after that. I'm like, I'm going to have strep. I'm going to die from strep because I don't want to get another test. I'm good. On my gravestone, died from strep. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, we definitely have caught up. I know we had a couple other stories. Let's push them to the wind down and we can chat about those. It's time we jump into the Kiki Korner.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the door tight. Let's have a Kiki. Mother. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to serve and
I'll just do that. So, of course, kicking off the Kiki Korner, if you ever want to join us inside of it and talk and spill tea, send us an email, candidlycrystal@gmail.com. Now, our first story, to nobody's surprise, is the interview that every single person was talking about this past week. I'm talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sitting down with Oprah Winfrey. Now, get this. This obviously we knew was going to get a lot of attention from the get-go. She actually scored over 11 million viewers in the UK. That makes it the biggest TV show in Britain outside the news. And in the US, over 17 million people tuned in. It was so big that even after watching it, Beyonce took to her website to show and extend her support to Meghan Markle. This is what she had to say. "Thank you, Meghan, for your courage and leadership. We are all strengthened and inspired by you." I thought that was actually really cool of Queen Bee to do. Now, I wanted to watch the interview again today, so I sat down and actually put some time and focus on it. And my biggest takeaway from it is I do love how transparent Meghan is about everything she dealt with, her experience, which Oprah asked her, did you have an idea of what you were getting into when you decided to date Harry? And she's like, no. And Oprah's like, you didn't Google him? She's like, I mean, I knew the royal family, but I didn't know what my job would entail. And she talked about how she was going to be meeting the Queen for the first time. And she's talking to Harry about it. And Harry's like, you know how to curtsy, right? And she's like, I have to curtsy? It's your grandma. He's like, it's still the Queen. And she's like, oh. And so she had to Google how to curtsy her first time meeting her because she'd never done it, supposedly. She talked about that in the interview. And then
do you know how to curtsy?
I do.
Oh, you're so fancy. I think I know, but I probably do it wrong.
No way. I'm trying to remember where I learned. I think I learned when I was little and I was still doing my modeling stuff. I think that's where they taught me how to actually curtsy as a little fierce ginger.
You're modeling. What?
Do you remember that video I posted of me as a fierce? I was getting ready to be in a catwalk in a fashion show. It was going to be a Western fashion show, and girl, I had been working on that move, that turn. That
video was everything. Wow, is all I can say about that video.
So that's how I learned to curtsy. But you and me were talking about, we didn't realize Meghan was pregnant before this interview.
No.
They revealed she's pregnant. And they also revealed the gender of the baby.
Yes.
But should I say it? Is that a spoiler?
Yes. No.
No?
They said it.
Okay. They're having a girl.
Yeah, baby girl. Little baby girl. So happy for them. Because I thought she looked preggy in there. I was like, is that still from Archie? But then she's like, no, I'm pregnant again. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, the baby's due in summertime. And I loved when Oprah asked him about how excited are you that it's a girl. And Harry's reaction was just so sweet and genuine. I thought it was adorable.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because, I like men always want men. Yeah. I saw bits and pieces. I saw the highlights. But I thought that they came across very, very honest and real. They're just this is what we experienced and we just want to come clean about it. And I didn't feel like they were trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. And I was appreciative of them being honest because what they say rang true to me. I'm like, I could see that being a thing because for me, because somebody in the royal family was worried about what color the baby would be when it came out, right? And I had a similar experience with my firstborn because, my ex-husband is white and there was that conversation as well. And I was like, yes, I've been there and it's not the most fun. So I was glad that they said something about that and I could relate to them. And I'm glad that they're each other's rock.
Hang on though. Let's just hold on.
Hold on. I like your cup.
This just goes to show you how amazing God is though, right? That came up with yours and then boom, look what came out. You got these beautiful ginger boys that are just perfection.
Yes.
God was like, oh, you're worried?
Boom, boom.
Let me show you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. 2 gingers. Who would have thought? But, you know, I am very excited because the Grammys are happening. Yay, Grammys. They're coming up. And they announced the lineup this past Sunday. So the additional acts include, okay, hold on. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Get ready for this. Bad Bunny, Black Pumas, BTS, Brandy Carlisle, DaBaby, Doja Cat, Mickey Guyton, Haim, Brittany Howard, Miranda Lambert, Lil Baby, Dua Lipa, Chris Martin, John Mayer, Megan Thee Stallion, Maren Morris, Post Malone, Roddy Ricch, and Harry Styles. And the event will pay tribute to the independent venues, which have been greatly impacted by the pandemic. So like day-to-day workers like bartenders and box office managers that have been out of a job, from the Troubadour in Los Angeles, the Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles, the Apollo Theater in New York City, gotta love the Apollo in Harlem, and the Station Inn in Nashville. And they'll present various categories throughout the night. And then as far as like the full list of performers, the Grammy Awards were announced, and then Bruno Mars, my boy, because I just love him so much. I don't know him, but I just love him. And Anderson .Paak started the hashtag Let Silk Sonic Thrive as they campaigned to perform for the show. So Anderson .Paak was like, hey, I started this hashtag, join in to let us perform at the show. And Bruno responded, like, I don't think this is how you get on a show, man, but like, I'll support you. That's a long hashtag, but I'm a rock with you. And hashtag let Silk Sonic thrive, you know, and it worked. Like the Grammys were like, oh, you want to perform on the show? Okay. Like, we've been trying to call you. Did your number change? Like, you know, the number ain't changed.
No.
But so they're going to be on the show, which it's like, well, can I hashtag Crystal Stark wants to perform on the Grammys. Hashtag our guest coming up, Forever Plaid, SAPAC want to perform on the Grammys. Hashtag, we can get it going. Hashtag Handle the Crystal wants to host the Grammys with you, Trevor Noah. Let's put it all out there.
It's in the universe.
That's how it goes.
Just saying.
I know. Hashtag. Maybe you'll see us out there. But the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards will be airing live this Sunday, March 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm
just wondering if so many people are going to be tuning in because we miss live music.
So it'll be 5 p.m. our time.
Yeah. I'm thinking ratings might be up because people miss music. We miss seeing our favorite artists perform. Speaking of favorite artists, I love Adele, and I was surprised, kind of like everybody else, when she decided to divorce.
It's Adele.
Adele.
Yeah.
Adele. Adele.
Adele.
Rolling in the deep.
Adele. Yeah.
Adele has finally reached a settlement in her divorce case. She's rolling in the deep.
Oh, rolling.
There she is with her ex-husband, Simon Konecki.
She's gorgeous.
We're hearing she is not going to be cutting monthly checks to her ex-husband, and the former couple is going to be sharing custody of their son, Angelo. Now, the majority of the divorce settlement is confidential, so it's actually unclear if Adele made any other kind of payment to her ex-hubby. The judgment also says other details about child support are laid out in a separate judgment that's not publicly filed, which I think is how it should be. If it involves the babies.
Yeah.
You don't need to know.
You don't need to know. It's not your business. It's between these two and nobody else.
Nope.
And nobody else. Yeah.
Adele.
Well, good for them. Adele.
I love Adele.
I mean, when she came out with Skyfall, I just was like, wow, there's no L's anywhere. Let the sky fall. Let it crumble. I was like, wow. Maybe I can stop saying L's.
Probably make it easier.
Probably make it so much easier. But you know, so I had my hot tub jacuzzi sunset party Saturday. And so I like to have like my get-togethers have like different things that we do. I don't like to just do one thing. I like to do a few things. Like if I have a birthday, it's like I do this, I do this. I have like a timeline. So we started in the jacuzzi, and then we had an outdoor movie night, and we watched Coming to America 2. And I was very, very excited for this movie. And I was not the only one watching this movie because it was the most watched streaming movie during our entire pandemic. According to Deadline, Amazon has claimed that Coming to America is the #1 opening weekend of any streaming movie in 2021 so far. They've also claimed the #1 weekend of any streaming movie in the past 12 months in the wake of the pandemic. So, and Eddie Murphy was talking about this because he had a whole plan. He's actually on The View this morning as well, saying the same thing, that he was like, all right, so he was going to go back to SNL and do his Dolomite and Saturday Night Live, and then Coming to America, and then do stand-up after that. Like, he was like, boom, 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 boom. Like, he was just going to hit us with it, like
I'll
a rock.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. And we got this, too. Did you see this?
That's gonna rock, Sarah. I got one more. Like a rock. Ooh, like a rock. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dang, I feel like I just need to
know, it's a lot. I wanted to get it all in 1 minute. Okay. So he was like, he was going to do the whole thing, and then everything got shut down. So he's going to wait and do his stand-up after everything calms down. But it's been like his only stand-up specials were Raw and Delirious. And that was in the 80s.
And they're amazing.
And they're amazing.
And I should say it was the 80s, which was a hell of a time.
The Grady's.
So exactly. So keep that in mind when you go back and watch. But I can watch those. I have one of them. I don't remember which one. I have one of them on DVD. And the first time I watched it, I was like, we're buying this. And sure enough, we went and we bought it. It was that good.
You know what they showed on The View this morning, and Eddie Murphy was kind of mortified. Was my girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. And they showed a big chunk of it, and he was like, "Did y'all have to show half the song?"
Do you want to know the first time I ever heard that song, which you're going to laugh at me because my mom was like a music junkie, right? Listen to everything, anything, whatever. One time coming out of our townhomes in Commerce City, Colorado, my brother found a record on the floor. My mom, I think I told you about my record playing TV, that giant one that I had.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cool.
So we immediately were like, Eddie Murphy, party all the time. Went and showed my mom, and she was like, what? Put that on? And I was like, ooh, okay.
But on the flip side, was it Boogie in Your Butt?
I don't actually remember. I was taken away.
Boogie in Your Butt. When I was teaching school, I told my students that this song existed. They're like, there's no way it exists. I'm like, go home and look it up. They're like, Miss Stark, that song 1000% exists, and I can't believe it. You don't know what I'm talking about? Google Eddie Murphy, Boogie in Your Butt right now, and you're welcome.
And I would play it for you right now, but they'll shut our whole feed off. So no.
They'll shut it down.
Google. All right. So we got one more story before we jump out of the Kiki Korner and get to our amazing guest. This one I'm so excited about. Janet Jackson is going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of her debut album, Janet Jackson, with a 2-night, 4-hour documentary event about her life. Now, according to the Variety magazine, the documentary entitled Janet is going to air on Lifetime and A&E. It'll highlight her career, the deaths of her brother Michael Jackson and her father Joe Jackson, the 2004 Super Bowl incident, becoming a mom at 50, and more. Now, the documentary has been underway for 3 years, and it will air in early 2022. I want to hear all of it. You know what I have honestly been waiting to hear, because I am a huge Justin Timberlake fan. I want to hear from Janet about the Super Bowl incident, because everybody blames Justin, and maybe it is his fault. Maybe that's why she hasn't said anything, but she hasn't really came out and been like, don't get mad at him. She's kind of just.
I feel like everybody blamed her, and nobody blamed him.
NFL blamed her. Everybody else blamed Justin because nothing happened to him. So and again, trust me,
he's the one that ripped her shirt open.
Yes, and I think he got off easy. I'm not saying that he didn't. I agree. Right? As a fan, I think he got off easy. However, I don't know necessarily if it was his whole fault. Like, how did that even happen? They
planned it together. You don't just wear a nipple ring like that.
Well, and why do you have a Velcro ripoff right on that?
Yeah. And like that nipple ring was huge. It was huge.
It was like a sun, wasn't it? Or something?
It was a sun. It went right. It was like the whole thing. I was like, nobody wears that. Nobody wears a ring like that. So they planned it together, and it backfired in their face. is what I think. But, you know, it is what it is. And I just want to say shout out to Jennifer Jordan because she knows boogie in your butt because of me, that she calls me booty.
Can you
That's
just
me.
sing it? Can you sing it since we can't play it?
It goes like this. It's a little long. It goes, boogie. The song is in your butt. Boogie in your butt, boogie in your butt. Say boogie. That's what it does. And it goes, put some dust in your butt. It's a must in your butt. Put some crust in your butt. I'm not kidding. These are the exact lyrics. And
how about I want none of those in that area?
You want none of those things. I don't know why he's put a little tiny man in your butt. Like that's part of it too. I don't know why he's putting those things
like,
in his butt.
Doctor, I got a little crust
I have a problem.
in my butt.
Put a rock in. Nah, I just want to do the wind downward. But enough with putting stuff in different things. We don't need to do that anymore because we have some amazing guests, right? I am an ambassador for the song. Yes, I am. Eddie Murphy, please hire me. I have educated so many people about the existence of that song. You're welcome.
Yes, true that. Oh man, so that was our final story inside the Kiki Corner. Got you all caught up not only on us but on what's happening in Hollywood. And if you ever want to join us inside the Kiki Corner, send us an email, candidlycrystal@gmail.com. You can join us next week, the week after, sip some tea with us. Today you can sing booty in your, what is it again?
Boogie in your butt.
Boogie in your butt. You can see you could have been a part of that gold that just happened. So send us an email if you want to join us. candidlycrystal@gmail.com. That's the Kiki Corner.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
Lock the doors.
Let's have a Kiki. I'm gonna let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
Oh man! And now we would like to welcome the and the whole hard cut of that song. We'd like to welcome the that are behind the most famous musical barbershop quartet. Please welcome to Candidly Crystal, Liam Boyd, Topher Escueta, Xander Mason, and Ben Muckenhaler. Oh, I hope I said that right. How do you, Ben? Say your last name. I probably just searched it. Say it.
Yeah, so my name is Ben
Muckenthaler.
Thaler.
Thaler. We're both wrong. We suck at our jobs, Pino.
Listen, I can say his first name, Ben, just fine. Okay.
Ben!
Well, you gotta know.
We can sing it like Michael Jackson. We can sing it up the mouse.
Hi, guys.
Welcome. Hi. So we are literally interrupting you in the middle of rehearsal for your show that opens in 2 days, this Friday, and you are so sweet to let us harass you like this on a Wednesday night. How is rehearsal going? How's it going tonight?
Long. Yeah.
Yes.
I heard it.
But you don't have wine. It feels unfair that we have wine and they don't.
We'll just drink twice or four. We'll drink 4 extra for them.
We'll pour some out for the homies.
And I'll catch it.
Yeah, there you go. Here we go. There you go. No. Pino.
I want to know how rehearsal's going. I want to know how all of this is going.
I think it's going pretty good. We're just, cleaning up some stuff so everybody can come and just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
We're currently not in the space that we're actually performing the show in, so we're doing just some little stuff that we can do without all of our props and the lighting and everything. So just cleaning up some specific music stuff.
I see you're all wearing masks. Do you have to perform in your masks?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
But we do have some very special ones that if you see, they come out pretty far from your face. So I can see, you can fully open your mouth. They don't suck into your mouth when you breathe and stuff. They're pretty nice.
And they're sparkly.
Yeah, they sparkle.
Oh, well, I can't see the sparkle. I'm so sad.
What? They're sparkle?
I
love that. Wow.
Oh, they're bone light. Yes. That looks amazing. Hey, may I say that you are rocking those masks? Mm-hmm.
So I imagine that it's no small task rehearsing for a musical. Now, granted, the musical that I participated in high school, I'm sure is not on the level that you guys are on, but I just want you to know I played Frenchie in Grease and was a part of Beauty. I did. I had a little bit of an accent, and we talked about a hickey from Kaniki. But I remember how grueling some of those rehearsals were, and I was only in high school, so I can only imagine what you guys are going through, and especially when it comes to one of the most popular and successful musicals in recent history. So tell us a little bit about the storyline of this musical. You're a singing quartet that is on their way to their first big gig, and then something happens?
Yeah. Real big game, and we're killed in a car accident. So and the other people survive. Yeah, so now we get to come back
So you said you're in a car accident, and so you're in a car accident and nobody survives. Is that what you said?
Nobody survived.
The other car was completely fine. No one got hurt in the other car. It's just us. So we died instantaneously, and we're back.
We don't know anything that's happened. We are not caught up on anything. So there's a lot of fun gags like that of us just figuring out what year it is, that kind of stuff.
I love that.
Okay, so nobody is harmed or killed except you four. And you have to figure out what is happening and where you are, and why your gig looks different and all these things. Okay, well, that is. Can you imagine? I feel like if I died on the way to a gig, that would be exactly me. I would be like still doing my makeup and putting my lashes on and being like, okay, I'm ready.
The show must
Where's
go
the
on.
audience? Yeah. Why is no one here? So I can totally relate to that. Now, each of your characters has a very specific adjective associated with them. Ben, you play the leader. Liam, you play the worrier. Yeah. Topher, you're the shy one. And Xander, you're the hyper one. I love how high you jump in your photo. Look at this. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Look how
it's
high.
Ridiculous. Like, we're all very jealous of him.
On the top left. Look at how high that's a mic stand, and he's at the top of it. It's amazing to me. So do you guys identify with these adjectives in real life? Like Xander, really that hyper? You all are, this is you.
100%.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fairly accurate. Yeah.
The dynamic started itself. We didn't start reading the script. The dynamic started itself.
Okay, so none of you wishes like you're like secretly like I'm really the hyper one or I'm really the leader. No, there's none of that.
No. I mean, not the casting. I think the casting felt very perfect, but like I wish that I could like deliver some of the stuff. Like Xander's character has some fantastic funny moments that I like, or like I wish I could do that jump that he does. It's crazy. I'm very jealous of that.
It is impressive. That jump. I would pull everything if I tried that. So good for you, Xander.
Well, we obviously got a little taste of you guys performing when we were doing our sound check. I would love for you guys to show our viewers a little bit of what they can expect when they come to see the show. Are you guys down to do a little performance for us right now?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's rock.
All right.
Let's rock.
Yeah. We're going to give them a chance to set up. This is Forever Plaid. It is running March 12th through the 21st at the Arts Express Theater located in the Park Place Mall. It's over by Macy's if you haven't been there yet. It's a really nice theater, Pino. It's like I went there to see Something Rotten put on by Arts Express. That is the name of the show, Something Rotten. It wasn't me describing a performance there. And it was wonderful. It's a very, very nice theater. And so this is going to start there this Friday, March 12th, and go all the way through the 21st. So without further ado, here is the cast of SAPAC's Forever Plaid.
One, two, three, four. Tell me what I must go, pretty, or otherwise I must go. Pretty, maybe it's yes or no. Gotta be this or that. If it ain't wrong, you're right. If it ain't dark, it's light. If you ain't sure, you might. Gotta be this or that. If it's not cold, it's light. If you don't stand, you blank. If it's not big, it's frank. Gotta be this or that. Who can it be? If it ain't me, I know it's not your brother. Can't you see? It's gotta be one way or the other. Tell me what I must do. If you don't like, I'll go. If it ain't yes, it's no. Gotta be this or that. Won't quite be right. Yes, no, let's go. You say yes and then it's no. You say yes when you go, you're undecided no. So what you gonna do? First you say you do, and then you don't. And then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How do you wanna play, and then it's no. And then you say, stay, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I've seen all the things said, those things and fun. You give me a sense and know it, but you're trouble to control, and you don't have to run. But I guess I want to roll and not make up your mind. If you got a heart and if you're fine, then don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? You're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. No, you don't. And then you say you will, and then you won't. No, you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Well, what's it gonna be? I'm gonna play and yourself. And then you say things when you go, and you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Yes, no, stay, go. You're so indecisive, you got a heart, and if you can't, then don't keep us apart. Make up your mind. You're indecisive now, so what are you gonna do? You say it's just an end, so you say, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Do all your small string on and on. Do what? Do what?
Yay! Oh my goodness, guys, that was fantastic. The choreography is wonderful. I love it so much. I mean, I know it takes a village to make a show like this, and I know that you have some directors guiding the ship, but from what I hear, your directors are kind of like mean and bossy and maybe like slave drivers, you know, like that Dennis or that like Matt Holter, or like the director of the whole show, like Chach. I mean, don't tell them I said this, but you know, they're kind of hard to deal with. Oh, hi Chach and Matt. Hi. Yeah.
She didn't mean that. That was pretend.
Tonight. Oh, you know, everything is. Oh, is that? Oh, hi, Dennis. Oh, you're there too. Oh, well, everything looks wonderful. I'm sure you're just a dream to deal with. I kid. You guys, this whole ensemble and everybody that is associated with this is so stinking talented. So, Chach, you toured with Forever Plaid, you know, back in the day, like, you know, the Broadway touring show, right? Of this production.
23 years ago.
Just a few years.
How's that possible when you're only 21? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you
were
rock.
-2.
You rock, Crystal.
You
Pino.
rock, Pino. So, Chach, how is it now directing it and being on this side of things?
It's great. I've always wanted to do it, and when Dennis said that he wanted to direct this show, I said no, let me do it.
Good for you. Liz says, Chach be old.
Yeah, you're older.
Correct.
You're older than me, Liz. Okay. Anyway.
You want to make sure you heard that, Liz.
No, but it has been great. Mostly, there's this feeling of passing the torch on to the younger generation, and they've just eaten it up. And this has been the most joyful and fun rehearsal process I think I've ever been in, other than when I rehearse with you. But it's been really a joy and so fun. I can't wait to come to each rehearsal. Stop it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I bet. How do you get anything done at the rehearsal with Holter and you and Dennis and this amazing cast and Sly in the back on piano? Sly, you did amazing. I mean,
Somebody's
how does anything get done?
I don't know, but Dennis is like a boogie in my butt back here.
Yes, he is. He knows he is too.
Put a can in your butt. Little tiny man in your butt. I know it by heart.
I love
right?
it.
It's the best song ever.
Next year's Christmas show, we'll throw that in, you and I.
Please
and I feel like you should do a harmony of it for this show, for this Friday. Holter, make it happen. Music direct that in.
Yes.
What I think is cool about Chach doing it and then now helping with this is that Chach, you can remember things that didn't maybe mesh or things that you can take away from your experience. Have you found yourself doing that while rehearsing with them?
Yeah, well, this show has a lot of very specific things that a lot of people don't know about unless you kind of are in the inner circle of the people that, because my original director was the original Frankie, and then he got called off, so I had his understudy that directed us. So I'm kind of connected in that way. And so there's a lot of things I know about the show that your normal person says, hey, that's a good show, I want to do it. So I can add some of those touches in. And like I said, these guys have just taken them, and I say, hey, you have to turn this way on this move, and it's very specific, but it can be very entertaining.
I love that.
So we're getting an authentic Forever Plaid performance right here in Tucson. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so great. Wow.
Yeah, and so you guys are performing this at the New Arts Express Theater, which Crystal mentioned that earlier. That's inside Park Place Mall. So of course, Crystal and I want to know, is it convenient performing at the mall? Do you run out, grab a pair of jeans, a chai latte, maybe a Cinnabon like I did the other day, stuff your face, and then go back and rehearse? How does that work? Do you ever go shopping before you do?
We love Wetzel's Pretzels in this cast. It seems to be our favorite place to go before rehearsal.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
They're like in a cup, ready to go. It's easy to take.
Yeah, you need your carbs, eat them now. Get some Wetzel's Pretzels. That's a good one. My boys love that as well. That's a fantastic idea. Well, Liam, Topher, Xander, Ben, Chach, Matt, Dennis, Sly, everyone that is in the studio there tonight. Thank you so much for taking precious time out of rehearsal to chat with us. Your show is going to be a smash success. I cannot wait. And Forever Plaid runs March 12th through 21st at the Arts Express Theater located in the Park Place Mall by Macy's, not by Wetzel's Pretzels. You would think it would be, but it's over by Macy's. Get your tickets today at saypactucson.org. Social distancing guidelines will be in effect and concert attendees and performers will be masked at all times. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for being on our show tonight. We wish you the best of luck with your opening on Friday. You guys are amazing.
Thank you so much. Rock.
Thank you.
Oh, listen. We got like 7 in there.
Oh, they said rock. They said rock. Yay! That's the way to do it. All right. We will let you get back to rehearsal. We appreciate you. Your show's going to be amazing. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us. That's going to be an awesome show. I got a text right now from my mom while watching it. She's like, this sounds great. I'm like, I know.
They're so talented. And it's very, very hard to sing in 4-part harmony like that because they're very tight and they have to move together. And they have the added difficulty of having to enunciate through their masks while they sing. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say for viewers who are like, I don't know if I want to go see it because they're in masks, I will say they wear mics, right? They will each be mic'd on their head. And I went to see a show just recently and I could hear everybody very, very clearly. So don't let that deter you from going to the show. You can hear them and everyone is safe at the same time. So it is a win-win. So right here, they didn't each have mics on for tonight, but they will for the show, which starts this Friday. So you should definitely go and see it if you're wondering what you should do this weekend.
And don't be one of those people that's like, oh, they're wearing masks, I can't hear it. Stop it. We are in the middle of a pandemic and you are at a show where there is music. Just enjoy that music.
Just enjoy.
I'm just saying.
And rock on with your bad self.
Oh, yeah. I know we had a little bit of trouble hearing some of the stuff that they were saying. But this is the first time we've ever actually done an interview with 4 people in the same masks. Room. Yeah. And in
That's
masks.
True.
We've never done that on the show. So this was sort of like a trial run for us, getting that many people in one shot. I could hear them performing perfectly, though. It was a couple of the questions that I wasn't able to hear, but their performance was fantastic.
It's so true. And it wasn't just 4. There was a bunch of people in that room.
I know.
And they were all masked and doing things the right way. So good for them. I'm excited for them. And I'm excited that they have such great leadership. I mean, I joke. These people in charge, Dennis and Matt and Chach, are the most wonderful people on the face of the earth. So I wish that I have short hair. I could have been a part of the cast. Nobody would know that I'm female, especially if I don't do my boob moves. Like I'll be all right and I could be undercover because it just seems like this is one of those rare moments in time that everything is like aligned and it seems like the most fun. So I'm jealous of them. Yes, Francine, they rocked it. And now, I think it's everybody's favorite time. It's time to wind down.
I don't know if people know this, but that is your song on that. I don't know if people know that. That's a fun fact. What song is that?
It is called Channel, and I wrote it. Well, I wrote the lyrics to it while I was sitting next to the Riverwalk in San Antonio. And so that was the channel. Oh, yes, Mom. Can you do it on camera, though?
No.
Yes. No, just your hand. Just your hand. It's wind down time.
Please.
Yeah, get it with your teeth. Get it with your teeth. Okay.
I want to see more than a hand.
We dripped some on the ground.
Oh,
you can kind of see it there on the edge. Oh, shoot.
You think if I just kind of wait like that, the same thing will happen to me?
Put your cup out and someone will come. Just wait for it. Just wait. We're waiting. Next time.
Next time we'll get someone to rock it.
Oh, rock your body. Okay,
day.
So you saw me have this. Look at
you found good the whole thing.
Look at my mom has in her house.
Oh my God, I got him for the grandbaby.
There's a whole freaking tray.
They light up.
I mean, if you're trying to show people how a round of applause goes, that is how you do it. You come out with a tray of neon green hands. Let me show you.
Light up.
I was like, right before the show, I was like, oh my God, my mom has like 10 of these hand clappers. So I had to have them with me. These are for my birthday party. I had a karaoke party. And Mom, don't turn it on. They light up. Anyway. Oh God, here we go. And so when people were done singing at my karaoke party, I had these big hands to like clap for them. And my mom kept them. I didn't know she had them this whole time.
Wow.
But now I know where they are. And I can't turn it off. So it is what it is. I got more wine. That's what counts. And so did the carpet.
Gosh, that's amazing. I love that so much. Wow.
It's pretty awesome being at my mom's house. It's going to be boring when I go back to my own house.
You're going to take those with you?
I'm going to take all of them.
And when Pops finishes with the internet, are you just going to go like this?
I'm like, in your butt, internet, in your butt, in your butt. Those are obnoxious. I will stop.
Wow. Obnoxious or amazing?
It's a fine line. It's a fine line to go between the two. But here we are. So we started something 2 weeks ago, right? For the wind down time, where we have a thought of the week. And tonight's thought of the week is this: do something today that your future self will thank you for. What is something, Pino, that if you started today, that your future self would be like, I'm so glad you started that today?
Well, I can't speak of it for today, but I can speak of what I started in December, and it's yoga. Yeah. I know my future self would be coming to me today and saying, thank you for starting yoga, because I think we've talked about this before. I am an athlete. I love to play sports, all sports, football, basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball. It doesn't matter. I am an active person. That's how I like to stay in shape. I haven't had a chance to do that. Sort of fell off, dealt with like some depression when we first moved, gained all this weight, just was not feeling good about myself. And then, starting this new job, my boss recommended the yoga. And I honestly thought to myself, yoga, because the couple of times I had tried yoga before this, I couldn't keep up. They moved so fast. It was like forward fold. Now
Bill was the same way.
And so to be able to try it from home and really learn all these moves, and then to see the impact that it's had on my body. And I mean this not in a shallow, oh, my body looks so great. No, I'm talking about how I feel overall. I don't wake up with so much pain in my hips and my back. I had 3 daughters, 3 epidurals, and have had severe back pain since my first daughter. So to be able to get a little bit of relief just by I call it tuning into myself, because every time I do yoga, that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm tuning in with my inner crystal. And I'm not going to lie, I'm honestly hoping what happened in Seoul happens to me. I want to literally tune out and be able to help people who are not good in their life. Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for. So when I'm meditating and someone talks, I'm like, you know what? You're preventing me from helping somebody in another universe. You should probably walk away.
Ooh.
No.
Wow.
But I think that's what my future self would come back and say thank you to my current self for, is that
I would agree.
Just doing that, because it has taken me out of a funk. And I know we kind of joke, and I even joke about my rollerblades. Even while I'm rollerblading, I'm like, I wish I had a Walkman. This is great.
A Discman.
Yeah. One that had one that wouldn't skip. It had, what was it called? When you had to turn on the turbulence proof or whatever.
It had a name. If you know the name, write it in the comments. It was like jump proof. It was something. Yeah. It's skip proof. Man.
Yes. I remember anytime I forgot to turn that off and it skipped off my favorite part, being so upset. But I laugh at myself with that. But I swear to you, and I've had so many people, I'm not even kidding, so many people reach out.
Is this it? Shockproof?
Yeah, I think it is Shockproof, Liz, on Facebook.
Thank you, Liz. And Liz also agreed with you that her thing that she wants to start would be exercising.
Yes.
Like you and your.
I love that. No, and so with the I've had people reach out to me about starting inline skating, rollerblading, kind of saying what I was saying, where they're like, I've wanted to for so long, I'm thinking about doing it. And every single person I am like, do it, because I swear to you, it is so nostalgic for me to put on my rollerblades and to just blade like I used to when I was 8 or 9 years old, like no one was watching me. It's been a re-energizing hobby that I've taken on. And I promise you can laugh on me. Even if I fall, people that watched me fall the last time I fell, I was like, good. I hope it made you laugh. And I hope you feel better because of it. Laugh at me all you want.
My rollerblading is helping both of us. Okay, you're welcome. But do you think that if you weren't doing this yoga that you've been doing for the past like few months, that the falls would have been as benign as they were? I think the yoga has helped the rollerblading, wouldn't you think?
100%. 100%. Even I told my husband on my first day actually getting out there and rollerblading, I was like, the next day I was like, I'm not sore. And he's like, you've been doing yoga every day for like the last 4 months. You shouldn't be sore. Like
yoga's
you're
hard.
working. Yes. And that's the thing I didn't realize. Like I said, when someone was like, first, my boss was like, yoga, I'm like, and then I started
Have
doing
you done it? Yeah.
Exactly. And now I'm like, much respect for the people that can actually do all of it, because I've tried so many different poses and I still haven't mastered them. But I will tell you one thing, I have gotten so much stronger since I've started doing yoga. And that feels so good to start to get that strength that I used to have back.
It's so true. And it's the stability muscles that are the closest to the bone that yoga is really working, which is the exact same muscles that you're going to be using when you're rollerblading. So I don't think you could have picked two better things to go hand in hand with each other than yoga and rollerblading. That was perfect for you. The universe aligned and was like, yes, this is Pinot's year to do all the things that she wants to do and not get injured because she is healthy and strong and happy.
Amen. What about you though? Yeah. What about you?
I mean, it was today that my future self will thank me for. I have been wanting to create more content for my private lessons that I've been doing. I just feel like I am barely making it from day to day and making sure my students have what they need from week to week. But I want to create content that will help them even more. So that's something that I want to create now, but I'm finding it hard to find the time. So like just like more breathing exercises and some stretching things to help for posture. Like for singing, yoga is very, very, it goes hand in hand with it, because when you sing, it is with your body. And in yoga is being really in tune with your body and what it needs. And singers are kind of crazy because we cannot separate ourselves from our instrument. We cannot put down our violin. We cannot walk away from the piano. It is always with us no matter what we do. So that kind of makes you a little neurotic. So to create some content that will help my students to be able to relieve some stress and relax and to help to open their voice and things like that. That's what I would like to do now. And I'm struggling with. Yeah. So that's what I'd like to do today, because I think my future self would be like, thank you.
I love it for two reasons, because you're not the focus of it, right? Like what I said was I'm the focus of, but you, yes, it's for the betterment of you, but it's also for the betterment of your students.
Yes.
I mean, when you think about students. Yeah. Your future self is going to thank you, but so are your current students in the future going to thank you, you know?
Yes, it can help people, and that's all I want. And it's really, really gratifying to see these people that I've been working with for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months achieve these things that they said they wanted to do when they first started lessons. And I'm like, hey, like I keep track of it. I'm like, hey, this was your goal. I just want to point out that you've achieved this goal. And they're like, oh, and they get so excited. It's the best. It's the best thing. So to know that, you know, that I'm helping in some small way and just maybe even just keeping them accountable for singing every day. It's great. It's really, really great. Don't ask me to teach you lessons. I am full. Okay. There's no, I have a waiting list. Like, don't hit me up and be like, oh, teach my daughter. I can't. There's no space.
Why do you think I just sing to Crystal? Because she didn't have time to give me lessons. So I'm like, I'm going to force my voice on you, Crystal.
This is my lesson every week.
I just pretend it's candidly Crystal, but in reality, once the show's over, Crystal
It's your
Stark's
free
like,
voice
"Ooh, honey,
lesson."
you were so flat." First of all, let's
Let's
talk
work on
about
that. Let's lift the cheeks.
your
Let's
vibrato.
get the airflow. Oh,
Just
that's
kidding.
great. That's fantastic.
But you are super busy with voice lessons, so she has time for nothing else, people.
I know. Well, performing. It's voice lessons and performing, which is all revving back up and doing well. But whew, I'm hanging.
Oh my
on for
gosh,
dear
I
life.
welcome it so much though. Like I keep hearing, so my husband got his first shot. He got his first vaccine for COVID, which I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him.
He's an essential worker. He works for Southwest Airlines.
Nothing else. Yeah. No. So I don't want people to be like, what? No. So my husband
You're
works
married
in
to an 80-year-old?
I know. Yes. Actually, the running joke, if people are watching and they know me and Junior, the running joke is I'm the old person and Junior, because if you've seen my husband, he looks like he's like 21 years old, and I get it all the time.
He looks young. I mean, you look young too. He just looks slightly younger.
He looks way younger. Like he jokes and says, "The first time I met you, I thought you were 35." I was like, "I was 23."
He didn't say that to you. No. No.
And we're still married.
Okay. Hey, worked out.
So, but yeah, so he works in transportation, which is why he was able to get his first vaccine. But I'm so excited because I feel like we're just getting closer and closer to getting where we should be. And I know that one of the recent reports that came out said that those who are fully vaccinated can now hang in rooms together with your masks off, like you were in 2019. I know that seems so ancient.
It seems so intimate. It's like, oh, our masks are off. It's like you might as well lick each other's faces. Like it's just so intimate. I'm jealous that they get to do this.
Yeah, I cannot wait until everybody is fully vaccinated. My sister's wedding is in May, so I'm hoping my husband will obviously have his second dose. I'm hoping me and the kids are able to get our first dose by then.
Are you going to get, which one are you going to get? I'm leaning towards the Johnson & Johnson because I had COVID early, like when, earlier when all this stuff started. So
me too.
I'm like, yeah. And I
want the one that's most effective. I thought the Johnson & Johnson one wasn't as effective as the other two.
It isn't. It isn't. But listen. They are saying that if you have had COVID, you only need one dose of the Pfizer or the Moderna, right? That's what they're saying.
Yep.
But so I'm like, all right, if I only need one of them, then why don't I get one of the full one? That seems like that would be better.
Yeah.
Of the Johnson & Johnson. So I'm kind of leaning towards that to be one and done since I already had COVID.
I wonder. I'm trying to think. I know I want to say my husband got Pfizer. I don't remember which one he got, but I see what your reasoning is behind wanting to get that one. I don't know. I honestly, whatever one I can get. I mean,
I know. Just shoot me. Whatever you desire. Just shoot me somewhere.
If it's going to allow me to celebrate more this year, because honestly, there you go.
Put it in my butt.
Come on,
it goes in your arm, right?
No. Create some lyrics, though.
Put it in my butt. Put it. I mean, something. It's got to go somewhere. Just stick it in. Sounds terrible.
And that's the clip, folks.
And good night,
everybody.
No.
Anybody that is like anti-vax has officially tuned out of what we're talking about. But I'm telling you, I am so excited. Yes, look at Christine. Vaccination is the answer. Get whatever vaccine you can get.
Yep.
Totally.
And she's half vax. She's
for
getting her
this
second
one
soon.
Yay!
She's got the Pfizer, I think. Yeah.
That's awesome. Honestly, every time I hear more and more people that I care about getting their vaccine, I get so excited because I feel like it means we're getting closer to getting back to what it was before all of this happened. I know we all miss that. Everybody does. Are you kidding me? I wish my kids were in school every single day. And I know people are like, well, that was your choice to keep them home. You're absolutely right. It was 100% my choice to keep my kids home, but that doesn't mean I can't wait for them to get back.
Same. Same. My kids have been home for a year and they're going back on March 22nd. And I'm excited. I'm like, what is it going to be like to not have to make them lunch? And what is it going to be like to not have to hear them fighting while I'm trying to teach my lessons? And what? Yeah.
I asked my daughter, I said, are you ready? Like when it's time for you to go back, I asked my oldest daughter, are you ready? And she's like, not really. I kind of feel like I'm not going to remember everybody, or everybody's not going to remember me. And so mind you, my daughter's in middle school. So middle school is already, middle school is already awkward for our kids, right? It's already a terrible time. And you throw all this in, and it's like, oh man, I do. And I know people are going to be like, whatever, toughen up. But I do feel bad for this generation of kids. I can't imagine going through this, especially in your crucial years, 8th grade going to freshman year, or senior graduating high school or college. Like, you're missing out on everything we've got to experience. You know, we should feel bad for them. I'm not saying we should baby them, but we should feel bad. We should,
especially for the seniors. For the seniors last year, for the seniors this year, like it's really kind of a crapshoot that they got. And the 2020 seniors, the 2021 seniors got the brunt of it.
Oh, they got the worst.
And we should be like, we're so sorry. Like
my nephew, he's supposed to graduate this year. My nephew's supposed to graduate from Tucson High, and he's just like, Auntie, it doesn't. And I feel so bad because you remember your senior year. My senior year was like, you were the top dog. You got to figure out, we had senior ditch day. We had senior prank day. We had all these different things that we did.
I can't imagine you as a senior. I just feel like you were a lot.
So first of all, I was class clown in 8th grade. Then I was voted class clown my senior year. I was also voted most outgoing and was it most school spirit or something like that. I was student body president my senior year for student council. Like, I was one of those people that was like, I tell my kids all the time, you got to get involved. If you want to have fun. Yes. See, Christine, you're right. It's unprecedented. This is not normal.
No, it's
totally
a weird year.
No, senior year in high school, I was I was fun.
See,
that's what I'll say.
In middle school, I got multiple detentions for being class clown. So, detention. And I got flagged for having a candy business that I sold out of my locker. They shut me down. They shut me down hard.
Snickers. Crystal, I was slinging big hunks.
But we're in the Southwest, so I was slinging the saladitos and the lucas, the limon. I was slinging the good stuff, Pino, and they shut me down. So, of course, we found each other. Of course we did. The class clown.
I was actually suspended my last week of high school because I wore a shirt like this, like you know how it's one shoulder, right? I wore a shirt like this, and it was a tank top on this side. They suspended me because I refused to put my jean jacket on my last week of my senior year in high school. And that is something I will never forget, because the response was, you have to wear a jacket. You're distracting to the boys. With a half tank top? Like,
yeah.
You realize people wear like tight Spanx when they work out in the gym downstairs, but this is just, what, do they not like the color? Is it because it's like a pea green color? Is that distracting?
It's such a double standard with boys and girls about, oh, I'm wearing something that's going to distract the boys. Like, really? Why can't they just focus on themselves? What if they're distracting me? Yeah. Yeah. It's a total thing. I got told that my pants were a distraction for the church service. I was like, they're just pants. Like, what can I do? Like, they fit me. Should I wear pants that don't fit? Like, it's not our fault. I can't stand that stuff. It is terrible. It is
like,
really,
wait a
really
minute.
terrible.
Does someone see the Blessed Sacrament on my bottom? What is distracting?
It's a whole thing. I'm like, basically, sometimes unless we're wearing a burqa, it's just too much for some people. But
it is.
We do what we have to do, and we have found each other. Pino, you and I, we found each other.
Isn't that strange and unique and fun?
It's how it is. Strong women find strong women, and we found each other, and now we can lament and be like, "Nah, that stuff was so crazy."
End the show, I have to end because this made me laugh so hard. So Crystal and I, we've just both been really, really busy lately, right? Like last week with the show being canceled, we just had a lot of stuff going on. Well, last night, my husband and I, we started watching 60 Days In or something. It's on Netflix where people try to go to jail to blend in or whatever. I was like captivated by it. Then I started making chocolate chip cookies, which makes me like, this is me watching that show like, oh my gosh. All of a sudden, my husband goes up to go to bed and I'm down by myself and my phone starts to ring. I was like, who is calling me? It's Crystal Stark. And I'm like, hello? She's like, oh my God, are you alive? Are you okay?
I was so stressed. I was
Tell them what you thought, though. You're like, I
thought that you had like skipped town. Like something happened and you were like, I'm out. And like that you were just gone. And I was like, oh no, do I need to cover? What's going on? And you were like, I'm just making cookies. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're flipping out, thinking you're dead in the gutter. You know what was happening? You're over here making cookies and watching the 60 Days In.
I'm like, all, okay. Actually, that's code word for can you help me hide a body? Yes or no?
I would have been less surprised by that. If you were to say that versus, I'm just chilling at home, making some cookies. I'm like, what? I'm over here stressing out, going, Bill, do you think she's okay? What do I do? Should I go check on her?
I had literally just taken a big old bite of a cookie too. So I was like, hello?
I'm having palpitations, thinking that something is horribly wrong.
You're like, you selfish? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it just made me laugh. Like, even when I hung up the phone for you, I was like, she really thought I was skipping town. Like,
I thought something was going down. I gotta
go. Just call me later. As a matter of fact, get rid of this phone that you called me on.
Yep.
I will find a way. Evidence. I will send a pigeon with a message to let you know where I'm at.
In its claw. Yeah. I was ready. I was gonna just watch the skies and make sure that I intercepted. But we're all okay and it's all good.
Yes. No, we are all good. And because the show is coming to an end, we also want to remind everybody that if you have a small business or if you know someone who has a small business that could use a little bit of love, a little bit of a boost, tell them to send us an email, candidlycrystal@gmail.com. Or maybe you're a performer or a singer or you have a fun, cool trick. I am still waiting for us to get a magician on the show. If you know someone, have them email us, candidlycrystal@gmail.com. We actually are booked through March. So we're trying to get people for April and May. So send us, and of course, use that same email to be inside the Kiki Korner with us because we rock.
We do rock. And I can make wine appear. Oh!
I can make wine disappear.
We each have our talents. We each have our thing.
Oh, well, it was a great show. We want to make sure we thank our amazing guests. Why don't you throw up their graphic again so people can get details on their show? Make sure you treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
This show.
Season Forever Plaid. This Friday it starts. It goes through the 21st. SayPackTucson.org for tickets. It is happening at the Park Place Mall. So it's very easy to get to. Yes, Francine, we're trying to follow the rules and do all of the things. Forever Plaid, they're a fantastically talented cast, and it is starting this Friday in 2 days. Get your tickets now because it is sure to entertain. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much for watching our show.
It's so good to hear from you, Jackie. We hope you're doing well. Yeah, so good to hear from you. Next week we will be back. Is next week next week is our St. Patrick's Day.
Do you have your green?
I'm so excited. We are going to have Art Bell Tucson on.
Yes, we are.
So keep your eyes on our Facebook, our Instagram, and those are the two that we'll post on with the information. But we're going to be doing a live painting session next week, guys. So if you're in
it's like
Tucson,
the snowman,
yes,
I'm worried.
But better. Snowman, but better. Because we'll have our eyes on it.
Mine was inappropriate.
Or good. I mean, based off of how the show went tonight.
Depending on what you view it as, yeah. Was inappropriate or fantastic. So, okay. All right.
I'm going to say fantastic. I'm going to say it rocked.
Oh, it did rock. Mm-hmm.
So we'll have details if you want to paint along with us next week on 1, what supplies you need to get if you're not in Tucson. And 2, if you are in Tucson, we'll send you to Art Bella. And you can get your supplies and your stuff from them and support local businesses.
Could do it from there. Yeah.
I know.
Maybe
we will.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So next week's show, wear your green, be ready to get creative and paint. And of course, make sure you join us. It'll be 7:00 Pacific time next week. So 8:00 Mountain time, 9:00 Central, 10:00 Eastern. Is that right? 6.
Girl, I don't know.
I don't either.
I've been in a wind down for too long.
Everyone have a wonderful night. Be kind to each other. Mask up. Wash your hands. And make sure you tell the people you love how much you love them. We'll see you guys next week.
Good night, everyone.